Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Trauma Team. I think we can get started with Gabriel's mission. I said, I was going to decide on what to do depending on how much time I had, and I think I can do it. I think we can do it. I was also told to... There was a mission that CRS-01 was going to have. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but it's not this one at the very least, I can tell you that. That I was told not to do. I'll check it after the episode's over. But I was told not to do that until I'd done, other people's stuff. So, I will remember to do that. So yeah, let's get started with him. It's called Moving Heart. Probably nothing sinister about that, I'm sure. We sure meet each other out here a lot, don't we?
Hey, Hank! What? So you're the one who takes care of the flowers? Well,
oh, didn't we just have this happen?
They enjoy flowers. You give them love, and they blossom.
Didn't that happen at the end of the last mission for the other guy?
So, what'd you need me for?
In fact, I think this might literally be right after that. That might be what's happened here.
Look? This condition is a strange one.
So, what's with all the fuss today?
Well, you haven't heard? Someone's doing an OLCVR today.
You're kidding, right? No one does that procedure anymore.
Say that to the guy who's getting the OLCVR, whatever.
Coming in for it.
I don't know, whatever that is.
It's one of your patients, you know.
Mine? Don't tell me. Hey, out of the way!
Uh-oh. Is it the old guy? I think I saw him in a little bit.
Man. I thought you'd come.
Oh yeah, it is you. Hi.
So, it is you. An OLCVR? What are you thinking?
You told me yourself that you're the doctor, right?
Yeah, I may have said something along those lines, so?
Well, you're the doctor, and I'm the politician. Well, it's my duty to lead this country, even if my life's at risk.
But do you have any idea what kind of operation this is? It's outdated and it won't cure you. It's just a stall.
Ha! You afraid? You were so strong before, preaching at me. But son, you don't get to my age being as timid as you are. One thing I've learned over the years, never give up.
Damn. That's one determined old fool.
So his current goal is to just give himself a little bit longer?
Let's begin today's diagnosis.
Totally unrelated to what we're about to be doing here, I think. So his goal is to, I guess, I mean, I kind of figured that somewhat, but his goal is just to make himself last a little bit longer before the end.
The patient, Shelley Brooks, claims to have a fever. Dr. Cunningham, are you listening?
Yeah.
Your concentration is low. You may overlook something critical.
Is that a symptom?
Huh?
Low concentration?
It's not gonna happen.
Does Assistant Secretary Tillman's operation weigh heavily on your mind?
Shut up. It's not it.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but if you are troubled, I am equipped to listen.
They even gave you a consultation function, huh?
No, but I can supply template responses to match your mood.
So you can pretend you're listening, basically?
That's just pity comfort. Come on, let's start the diagnosis.
Understood, Doctor. I am now opening the patient's chart.
I can supply responses to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. That sounds about right.
Hello. I'm glad that someone could see me.
Not a problem. Now, to begin with,
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I have to attend an important business deal soon. Is it possible to keep this as quick as you can, please?
Kind of like the last guy. At the very least, you're cooperative.
well, I wasn't planning on wasting time. Roni, are you ready?
Yes, Doctor.
All right, let's start the diagnosis.
All right, let's. What do we got? Start with some questioning.
I think it's just a cold. Can you prescribe me something so I can get back to work?
Nothing really to... Well, she's got a cold. I guess we can grab that. No, really?
It's throwing me off my pace.
Is that not... A cold is a symptom, is it not? I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay.
I think it's just a
I'm
cold.
not...
Can you prescribe me something so I can get
I don't
back
want to
to
be a
work?
sore loser, but I just decided to restart the mission because that made me especially mad. So let's just start over without selecting that.
You can't? Oh dear. This isn't good. I've got a meeting soon. I've had a fever for a while and it won't go away.
That's important, right? Thank you.
Continuous fever, huh? Perhaps... Excuse me, but are you married?
Doctor, is that relevant to my illness?
It's incredibly relevant. You wouldn't believe how many people die from being married.
Well, there's no direct relevance, but a woman's body temperature increases during pregnancy. We see a lot of women who think it's a fever.
Oh! Well, thank you for thinking about that. Nope, you don't have to worry about that. I'm totally concentrating on my job now.
I see. Then let's make a
Not
note of this,
pregnant.
Roni.
Make that note.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Fever.
That was a rather odd question just to ask out of the blue like that. Maybe preface that with, are you pregnant or anything?
I've also lost some weight, but I think it's just because of the fever.
I'm sure.
Weight loss. Whether this is a symptom or not depends on how much you lost. So, what was your original weight, and what is it now?
I don't really want to mention how much.
Okay, you don't have to be specific. Ballpark it.
Well, it seems like a lot. Like it's more than should be natural.
I see. I appreciate your cooperation. Roni, jot that down.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Weight loss.
Just imagine if someone was actually going on a diet and had weight loss and we were just like, yep, that's suspicious right there. Write that down, Roni. Yep. All that exercising really is giving her weight loss. That's suspicious right there.
Besides that, I've been having night sweats, but that might be the fever too.
Still probably important.
Night sweats, huh? Dysautonomia is the first thing to come to mind, but... You've been busy with work, right? Does it stress you out?
Stress? That's a good one, Doctor. I love my job.
You're a strange one. If I had my pick, I'd be sitting on my couch all day.
That is not relevant, Doctor. New symptom observed.
Shut up, doctor. I'm gonna do my job.
Sheesh, enough already. You're starting to sound like my wife.
I can't think of anything other than those. Oh, I wasn't trying to hide this or anything.
Totally was trying to hide it.
But I had an operation 2 months ago. It wasn't at this hospital.
That's important, right? No, come on. Unscheduled operations
I
are
had some
important,
kidney
aren't they?
trouble and received a transplant.
Kidney trouble, that's the problem, right? No.
There's some odd bruises around the scar from the operation.
I'm gonna keep going with it, but I'm gonna be mad if that gets me in too much trouble later.
Bruises. Around the operation scar? That worries me a little. Could you tell me in detail where they are and what they look like?
Well, they're near the kidney,
Yes,
right?
Of course. The scar from the transplant healed cleanly, so there isn't much of it left. But there are these black bruise-like things around where it was.
I'll need to look at it in detail. Would you mind showing me later?
Yes, if you need to see it for the examination, I understand. It's strange. I made sure to take the medication they gave me, too. But that's it, really. See? It's just a cold, right?
What medication did you take, right?
Medication the doctor gave you? If you had a kidney transplant, then was it immunosuppressive drugs?
Yes, that's it. My doctor told me to take it.
Was your doctor evil, cackled possibly, and mentioned anything about guilt?
Could this be caused by the medication?
No. Immunosuppressives after an organ transplant are pretty standard. They shouldn't cause any problems.
Oh, thank goodness. I'd feel awful if I had to start doubting his decisions.
Abnormalities around the operation scar, huh? Well, let's see them.
Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, are those dots what we're talking about? That sounds about normal. We should note that, though, at some point, I think. That sounds about normal. Yeah, it sounds about normal. And that sounds normal too. Everything sounds normal stethoscope-wise. Need to check the area around the surgical scar. Time to perform a visual exam on her abdomen. Can I have a look at your abdomen? Would you lift up your shirt? Okay. That's a little bit weird, isn't it?
It's true there are dark red pigment spots around the operation scar. Did these exist before the kidney transplant?
No, I'm sure of it. I'd have noticed if those were there before.
Did you show these to your doctor? What did he say about them?
This is the first time I've seen a doctor since the operation. I've been so busy at work that I couldn't keep any appointments.
I see. Then this needs to be examined. Roni, I'll need a scintigraphy and a biopsy done.
Understood, Doctor. Since biopsies are done in the pathology department, it will take some time. Is this acceptable?
If it's not in our department, I can't tell them to do it right away. Just let me know when the results come back, Roni.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Pigment spots. Also, the scintigraphy is ready.
Okay. Pigment spots. Sure, that's gonna end up being important. Is there anything else? Okay, I guess that's it. Anything else to note? You got a spot on your face? Get that librarian thing going on. No. Are your feet wiggly or anything? We had some people with wiggly legs earlier. You got any wiggly things going on? Wiggly eyes? Okay, I guess not. Let's go check out that whatever it was. I'm kind of mad about all those things that I got told were not important. They were important, just not in quite the way the game thought it was important. Or maybe I did it a little bit too early, as it were.
The results from the scintigraphy exam are ready.
I know. I came here to check them.
Alright. This image has been taken. It's the patient's thallium uptake in the entire body. That's right, time to check it out. Okay. Whatever that is, right about there, there's an odd little extra bit.
So, the uptake of thallium...
Oh yeah,
matches
right
the
where her
pigment
skin was.
spots
That
on the
makes
skin.
sense, yeah.
There's a good chance the pigment spots are tumors. We should review our diagnosis candidates.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Abnormal uptake into pigment spots.
I'm sure that's gonna be important for one of them. We'll see what we can match so far, I guess. Alright. Pytrius rosa. Rosa. Disease in which inflammation occurs along with large oval patches of oval-shaped rashes on the skin. Normally red pigment spot appear with the inflammations. Oh, crap. It's not A and B, it's just A. We didn't get anything about inflammation yet. Lack of appetite. We got a fever. And joint pain. Not so sure about this one. Erythema multiforme. Skin disease caused by viruses. Symmetrical pigment spots. We don't have symmetrical pigment spots. We have an abnormal uptake of pigment spots. We've got fever. We get that headache joint pain thing that we don't seem to have here. We should ask her about joint pain, but I don't think it, if she hasn't mentioned it. We're probably going to need a blood analysis to really figure this one out. Malignant melanoma. Pigment spots along with oddly shaped tumors. The tumors can be detected as malignant with a tissue exam. I don't know about that. Kaposi sarcoma. Okay, we've got weight loss in there. Got fever and night sweats, so this is looking promising so far. We've got pigment spots. Oh, yep. Oh, there's pigment spots.
Kaposi sarcoma? All our symptoms apply to it, but...
Doctor, are you concerned about something?
There's no way Kaposi sarcoma occurs unless there was an extreme decrease in the immune system. If we don't solve that portion, it's impossible to make a diagnosis.
So we'll need a blood test, won't we?
I feel like it's right there in front of me. Roni, do you remember anything that might help?
Negative, Doctor. I record only pertinent facts in my memory.
Well, isn't that lovely?
Would you like to change these settings so that I record every detail of the diagnosis?
No, let's not. I feel like I'd be cutting off all my escape routes if I did that. Oh well. I think it's time to listen to what the patient has to say again.
We will in a second. Let's just match it with influenza. Symptoms include chills, we've got fever, headache, lethargy, muscle pain, weight loss, night sweats, positive antibody. This doesn't seem like influenza. Kaposi sarcoma. So it's just some medications. Immunity-altering situations. Well, that would kind of, you know, an immunosuppressant or whatever that was would kind of tie in with that, wouldn't it? That sounds relevant. That doesn't sound good, whatever that is. Hi.
Sorry to keep you waiting when you're so busy. How are you feeling?
Nothing much has changed in particular. Is this gonna take long?
Don't get so hasty. It's going to take a little more time until you're diagnosed.
I just hope eventually one of these has us just run into the common cold and it's just something really lame and they're like, yeah, here's some cough syrup. I'll be waiting for my $10,000.
I see. I've got a meeting soon, though.
Anything else to go over?
I think it's just a cold.
I've already looked at all that. Something that bothers me. Okay, that has to do with the immunity thing, right? So should I look through the questions some more?
I think it's just... eyeballs. Besides that, I can... Oh, but I had some kidney There's some... it's strange.
That one?
Oh yeah, the medication prescribed after the kidney transplant. Hey, I'm sorry, but can I confirm something? You were given immunosuppressive drugs, right?
Yes. Isn't that something normal to take after an organ transplant?
Yeah, that's right. But that's something we need to know in making a diagnosis. Now, everything depends on the results of your biopsy.
Okay, so now we just have to wait for the biopsy? I thought we already knew that. That's why I didn't bother checking that again.
The biopsy results have come back from the pathology department.
Finally. How are they?
The antibody reaction was positive, but they failed to specify the virus causing the disease.
Failed to specify the virus? What in the world are they doing?
This is sounding a bit more like guilt again.
The reason is unknown, Doctor. Shall I explain the 1,874 patterns of conjectures?
Can we narrow those down to like 5 patterns or less?
What? No, that's all right. It shouldn't be a problem to make a diagnosis. Roni, let's go back to the office. Time to narrow down our possible candidates.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Positive antibody reaction.
Alright. So I think we know what it is now then? Assuming this doesn't get any deeper than it already was?
So, we have all the symptoms. It's diagnosis
Oh,
time.
that was a fast one. Nothing complicated, nobody being especially rude. Okay, does it mention positive antibody reaction? Yep. We got it right. That was easy. Hey, good, you're good. Now we can just send you right back out there.
So it is Kaposi's sarcoma.
Yeah, you got Kaposi's sarcoma. Feel free to make it to your meeting now.
But why? The period of time until the onset is too short. It's similar to Kaposi's sarcoma. This is something else.
Doctor, we have an urgent contact. Please head immediately to the examination room. The patient has come to the hospital complaining of abdominal pains.
All right, I'm on my way.
Was this a different patient? Oh no, it's
What?
hers.
Stomach pain. What on earth is going on?
Doctor, these may be related to the tumors discovered before.
Great. Roni, you ready?
I like it. The music's gotten a little more tense now.
Yes, Doctor. Commence diagnosis when you are ready.
All right. Reserve an OR just in case. Let's begin.
Understood, Doctor. I bid you good luck.
Alright. Part 2, let's begin. I thought that was a little bit too short. A little bit too easy. Doctor, help!
Hey, are you all right? What's wrong?
I'm dying, and I still gotta make that meeting.
Oh, well, I went to work, but my stomach started hurting all of a sudden.
There's a chance your condition took a turn for the worse. Roni, get ready for examination.
Yes, Doctor. Begin when you are ready.
Alright, let's look at the dots. Just see if the dots got any worse. Dots look the same. Okay. I'm not being a pervert, don't worry. Totally normal, just wanted to see the dots. You didn't even have to lift your shirt that far.
Suddenly started hurting.
That's important.
I see. So these are the sudden abdominal pains you mentioned earlier. Roni, make a note of it.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Stomachache.
And I feel a little nauseous too.
That's important.
She's experiencing nausea as well. This is far from being good. Roni, make sure you're getting all this.
Roni doesn't miss a beat.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Nausea.
I can't concentrate on my work with this going on. Please, Doctor, see if there's anything wrong with me.
That's what you're here
Told
for.
you everything I've been feeling. Let's see if there's anything else worth mentioning.
Except for this, of course. You told me everything except this. A little bloated.
I see. Her abdomen is bloated then. Roni, add that to her record.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Bloated abdomen.
Lately, I haven't been able to, I'm having trouble using the toilet fully. You understand?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Don't elaborate anymore. We're okay.
Trouble using the toilet fully? In other words, well, let's just be frank about it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, right? We're animals. We excrete waste. Right. Well, I won't force you to say it then. But you're unable to produce those things on the toilet, yes?
Yes.
Great. Now we're getting somewhere. Roni, make a note of this.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Constipation.
Well, I'm glad we figured that one out. I'm sure those are all very important. Anything? I guess we should recheck with the stethoscope again. Oh, that sounds bad. What the heck's going on in there? You got, like, the bombs in there? That's very abnormal, whatever the heck you're doing in there.
Your intestines' bowel sounds are a bit violent. Roni, write this down too.
Violent
Understood,
intestines.
Doctor. New symptom observed. Aggravated bowel sounds.
Alright, next one. Yep, sounds normal. Yep, sounds normal. And sounds normal. I think all we got out of that was her intestines sound funny.
Given these symptoms, it appears to be a problem with the intestines. Roni, get approval for an X-ray and a CT exam.
I've already sent in the request, Doctor.
Good call. Maybe you should become a diagnostician.
With all due respect, Dr. Cunningham,
Yeah, I was just joking. Let's hurry up, get going.
And I'm assuming those are already ready for us.
Doctor, the results of the X-ray and CT examinations are ready for you to look over.
Well, then I guess I should look them over.
I'm glad those are ready. Let's see what we've got here. Can't be too bad, right? Let's start with X-ray. We only got one of those. Okay. Whatever that heck that thing is missing. And the regular one. And I think that's about it.
Fluid and gas in her intestine have completely separated.
Ah, of course.
It's a NIVU, Roni, an air fluid level.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Formation of air fluid level.
And air fluid levels are just terrible. Don't worry, I'm a diagnostician. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't want those air fluid level formations. That looks to be it, though. Yeah, so we'll back out of that. Let's look at the CTs. We got a lot of them here. Anything abnormal? Nothing I can see right off. Let's go to the next one. Oh, whatever the heck this thing is a lot smaller than it's supposed to be.
Atrophying can be seen in the left and right kidneys.
Does that mean maybe she had a organ rejection?
Hey, Roni, would you call this a symptom?
Negative, Doctor. The patient has received a kidney transplant.
Oh, really?
Ah, that's right. I forgot the new kidneys were transplanted without extracting the diseased ones.
Is that a common thing?
Well, that means this symptom's already been treated.
Correct, Doctor. It does not need to be recorded as a symptom.
I guess you're right. I mean, I was just testing you. Keep up the good work.
I'm sorry, but I do not fully believe you, Doctor.
Hey, you could at least play along.
And because it was a test, that means it doesn't count against me. Good to know. Okay, so they just stick new kidneys in her without removing the old ones? Is that a common thing? That's weird. Okay, then. Let's go to the next one. Anything of interest in here? This thing looks kind of like a hippo. I don't know what it is, but you got a very cute hippo-looking thing inside of you. This looks about right, I think. You got things that look like bananas in you, too. Just thought you'd like to know. Last image. It looks pretty much the same. Wait. There's a white thing here. What is that?
Are these shadows in the small intestine tumors? It's hard to make a call. Roni, give me your opinion on this.
Doctor, I do not have any opinion.
You're a terrible
My answers are
diagnostician.
based on statistics.
Whatever, just spill it.
I'm currently collating this data with tumor examples in my archives.
Last time I asked a machine for a quick answer.
My calculations show there is an approximately 92% chance that these are tumors.
Good enough for government work. Let's go.
Whoa! Anyways, yeah, so let's just call them tumors for now then.
We must not do that, Doctor. There remains an 8% probability that they are not tumors.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta take the 92%.
Yeah, and that pretty much means they're tumors. Well, just record the symptom for now.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Tumor shadows on small intestine.
I wonder if that's gonna be foreboding that she doesn't actually have tumors.